Being underwater means being in the ocean, lake, or pool for most people. However, for some divers, this is not enough. You can never see everything that's down there when you're just swimming around on the surface. There are things that even scuba divers have barely gotten to see in their entire lifetime. What is even more impressive are people who have discovered amazing treasures while diving deep into the deep blue sea. And even more so, what is found at the bottom of the deepest oceans. It is no surprise that some of these items have been used as evidence for past civilizations. This video will be listing things found beneath the water's surface that will blow you away. Welcome back to part 2 of the most amazing things ever found underwater series. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, we recommend doing so after watching this video. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Number 10. Sunken Pyramid. Sometimes the best discoveries are made by accident, and that is how we got to know about this sunken pyramid. A local sailor was in search of good fishing grounds when his digital scanning device picked up the hidden pyramid. These pyramids were in a region of the Atlantic Ocean that was covered by water for over 20,000 years. Diocleciano Silva discovered these sunken pyramids between the islands of Terceira and São Miguel. The most intriguing part is that the structure is a perfect square. Archaeologists suggest that an ancient civilization lived in this region that helped build the pyramids. Of course, the huge pyramid is now underwater, but is one of the best mysterious islands. After all, it tells us that ancient civilizations were highly intelligent and precise in their structural planning. Number 9. Ancient Kingdom of Cleopatra. If you are interested in Egypt, you must be familiar with the Sunken Palace of Cleopatra. She had a huge palace that symbolized her power and rule during that time. The building complex contained grand pillars, statues, and much more. But it is believed to have been destroyed by tidal waves and a big earthquake. However, during the 90s, Frank Goddio, a French archaeologist, discovered the great city of Alexandria underwater. The first finding under the sunken island of Antirrhodos was a cargo shipwreck with rings, jewelry, glass cups, hairpins, and more. Finally, in 1998, the archaeologists found the rest of the remains of the ancient kingdom of Cleopatra. The sunken island and city allowed us to learn more about ancient Egypt and Cleopatra. The objects and the art of the time were unparalleled to any other thing we have found since then. Number 8. City of Pavlopetri. Pavlopetri is the oldest submerged city in the world, as it dates back to 5,000 years. We got to know about this mysterious island in 2011 when BBC visited the place using highly advanced laser scanning techniques. Scientists believed that the city of Pavlopetri sunk in the water because of an earthquake of a significant magnitude. The scientists found 15 buildings, each with 12 rooms, and there is also a documentary on this sunken city. You will now find it in Laconia, in Peloponnese. It is a 4-hour drive away from Athens and reveals one of the best-known ancient civilizations you will know of. Number 7. A statue of Jesus at the bottom of Lake Michigan. A statue of Jesus at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Yes, you may think this is bizarre, but a statue of Jesus was found at the bottom of Lake Michigan. It is the world's only underwater crucifix, with an 11-foot structure that you will find on the bottom of Traverse Bay, under 5 feet of ice and 22 feet of water. According to many sources, the statue was made in Italy and was commissioned by a family of a 15-year-old boy who died in an accident in Michigan. The family discarded the statue because it was damaged, and a local diving club member purchased it. The diver placed the statue at the lake's bottom in memory of a diver who drowned in a nearby lake. Since then, the statue has been a shrine to people who died in the water. Some findings are not a mystery, but they have a tragic and beautiful background we must honor. That is the case with the statue of Jesus at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Number 6. Apollo 11 engines. Not very long after the deep sea dive by James Cameron, Jeff Bezos announced he would explore the depths to recover the F-1 engines that were used in the Apollo 11 moon landing mission. Finally, Bezos and his team announced that they had found the engines successfully. The Saturn V rocket ejected the engines as Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong shot into orbit. Amazon founder and his team found the engines 14,000 feet below the ocean surface off Florida's coast. According to Bezos, they found an underwater wonderland that was a great testament to the Apollo program. However, the serial numbers are only partially visible, which is why we might never know for sure if they are Apollo 11 engines. Of course, other evidence suggests that they are complete F-1 engines. Number 5. Emerald Treasure. On number 5, we have the emerald treasure found from a shipwreck that dates back 4 centuries. The emeralds were recovered from Nuestra Senora de Atoca's wreck, a Spanish galleon that sank in 1622, just off the Florida coast. These gems are rare and are considered to be one of a kind in the entire United States. The Atoka was a part of a famous Spanish vessel's fleet that encountered a hurricane and sank in the ocean. Of course, the ship was filled with gems and treasure, and it is the dream of every pirate to find such a treasure in the ocean. The cargo contained 125 gold discs and bars, 24 tons of silver bullion, 350 chests of indigo, and much more. Much of the jewelry pieces are auctioned off because of their significant value. We only wish we could find such gems in the ocean so we can fulfill all our dreams in no time. Number 4. Blackbeard's Cannons. In 1718, the Queen Anne's Revenge sank on the coast of North Carolina when Edward Teach Blackbeard ran it into the ground. The cannon is known as C-13 and is 8 feet long and weighs over 900 kilograms. One of the largest guns inside the ship was the C-23, which was what everyone wanted to retrieve, but it could not be possible. Of course, retrieving C-13 and bringing it to the surface was one of the biggest wins for the team during the mission. The Blackbeard's cannons were then moved to be displayed in the North Carolina Maritime Museum. There were many artifacts stuck to the cannon, which are under study. Such remains always remind us that there is more to history than what we know, and we will not learn all of it. However, our curious nature can help us discover things we thought we would have lost forever. The Blackbeard cannons are one such underwater mystery, and the retrieval might give us some clues as to what happened during these times. Number 3. SS City of Cairo. The SS City of Cairo was a passenger and cargo ship that belonged to Ellerman Lines and sank during a voyage from Mumbai to England in the 1940s. The U-68 spotted the cargo ship in November 1942. The engines were stopped because of harsh weather conditions, and everyone was told to prepare to abandon the ship. A few minutes later, the ship sank with 296 souls, 136 passengers, tons of silver coins, and much more. The 2 torpedoes struck the ship, and it eventually sunk in the mid-Atlantic. Such tragedies are likely to happen in the sea when the weather conditions are not ideal. Number 2. The North American Stonehenge. A historical site that is deeply surrounded by mystery is the North American Stonehenge. It is situated in Salem, New Hampshire, and includes man-made caves, chambers, rock formations, stone walls, and much more that stretch across the entire hilltop. There is much debate on the origins and purpose of the structure. However, we don't doubt that it was built by a native civilization, as one can gauge from the structure. Evidence suggests that some parts of this might have been constructed at least 4,000 years ago. Number 1. Remains of the ancient continent Gondwana. Finally, we saved the best for last, which are the remains of the ancient continent Gondwana. It was a supercontinent that broke up at least 180 million years ago and split into what we know today as Australia, Africa, South America, etc. Gondwana was half of the supercontinent of Pangaea. We all know that the Earth is in a constant state of motion, and the plates keep on moving with it. So, Gondwana was nothing surprising for anyone. These are the most amazing things ever found underwater you will find around the world. What was your favorite? In the comments, let us know below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such content.